What if some of the wildest celebrity rumors weren't just harmless jokes but had a disturbing truth hiding underneath? For decades, fans have passed around strange theories about their favorite stars, claims that range from funny internet memes to chilling mysteries that just won't go away. To make sense of it all, people often imagine these theories as an iceberg. At the top, you find the light-hearted ones, quirky rumors and internet jokes that everyone laughs at, but the deeper you dive, the darker it gets. Beneath the surface are stories of secret identities, hidden deaths, and unsolved mysteries that have kept fans debating for years. Today, we're taking that dive into the celebrity conspiracy iceberg, from the silly to the shocking, and finally to the theories that might just leave you questioning everything. The tip of the iceberg. Light, funny? Let's start at the very top of the iceberg. The part that's mostly lighthearted, funny, and doesn't take itself too seriously. Katy Perry, JonBenet Ramsey. One of the most infamous celebrity conspiracies is the idea that pop star Katy Perry is actually JonBenet Ramsey, the child beauty queen whose unsolved case has haunted headlines since the 90s. The theory started because of their supposed resemblance. Fans claimed Katy grew up to become JonBenet, pointing at facial similarities and even strange memes comparing their features. But the timeline makes that impossible. JonBenet was born in 1990, Katy in 1984. No matter how convincing the side-by-side photos look, the math just doesn't add up. Still, this is the kind of meme that refuses to die online, showing how easily speculation can snowball into something people half-seriously believe. Avril Lavigne replaced by Melissa. Another playful but surprisingly popular theory is that Avril Lavigne was secretly replaced by a body double named Melissa. This rumor started from a Brazilian blog in the early 2000s, and has only grown since. The so-called evidence includes tiny differences in Avril's freckles, her handwriting, changes in her style, and even a strange old photo where she's supposedly seen with the word Melissa written on her hand. Fans who believe it say the real Avril couldn't handle fame and was swapped out, while skeptics point out it's just natural aging and artistic evolution. But the persistence of this rumor shows just how eager fans can be to find hidden stories in a celebrity's career. And this isn't the only time people thought a star was secretly replaced. Stevie Wonder isn't blind. Take Stevie Wonder for example. A theory has circulated for years that he isn't actually blind. The most famous piece of evidence is a viral clip where a microphone stand tips over, and Stevie catches it mid-fall. Something fans say proves he could see it coming. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal's story about bumping into Stevie in an elevator, only for Stevie to greet him by name before Shaq said a word. Add to that a general skepticism some people have about blindness, and you get a conspiracy that refuses to fade. Of course, Stevie himself has laughed off the rumors, but once we step past these playful theories, things get a little more convincing. Pop culture classics. Now we dive a little deeper. These theories aren't just internet jokes. They're the kind of rumors that stuck around long enough to earn classic status in pop culture. Lorde lying about her age. When Lorde first broke out with her hit Royals, fans couldn't believe she was only 16 years old. Her mature voice, striking bone structure, and lyrical depth made some people insist she had to be older than she claimed. The suspicion grew so strong that one journalist even went as far as pulling her birth certificate, which confirmed she really was a teenager. The rumor was put to rest, but it shows how quickly the public can doubt a star's story when they don't fit expectations. But while that rumor was debunked, others go way darker. Lady Gaga and Lina Morgana. Before Lady Gaga became a global icon, she was just Stefani Germanotta, an aspiring singer in New York trying to break through. Around that same time, another rising star named Lina Morgana was making waves with her own music. Tragically, Lina's life ended suddenly, and soon after, Gaga's career skyrocketed. That overlap led to accusations that Gaga stole Lina's style, her songs, and even parts of her persona. Some fans went further, speculating about a sinister connection between Lina's death and Gaga's rise to fame. While there's no proof of anything beyond coincidence, the theory refuses to fade. And speaking of fake deaths, Michael Jackson, Dave. Few celebrities inspired as many conspiracy theories as Michael Jackson, especially after his passing. One of the most bizarre is the claim that Jackson faked his death and re-emerged as Dave, a man who had survived a childhood tragedy that left him severely burned. The theory picked up traction after Dave appeared on Larry King Live. Fans pointed to similarities in his voice and facial structure, convinced they were looking at Michael in disguise. In reality, Dave was a real person with his own story, and Jackson had even supported him financially years earlier. Still, the overlap and uncanny resemblance kept the rumor alive. But then we move into the cult favorites, where theories blur the line between rumor and possibility. Cult favorites. Now we're entering the cult favorites, the theories that have built entire communities of believers and endless debates online. Khloe Kardashian's real father. One rumor that never seems to go away is the question of Khloe Kardashian's biological father. For years, speculation has swirled that it wasn't Robert Kardashian at all. Some point to O.J. Simpson, given his close friendship with the Kardashian family, while others suggest Kris Jenner's former hairstylist, Alex Roldan. The theories get fueled by photos comparing their features and whispers about DNA tests that could settle the question once and for all. But family secrets aren't the only obsession. Larry Stylinson, Harry Styles and Louis Tomlinson. Among One Direction fans, no theory has ever been as explosive as Larry Stylinson. This fan-made belief insists that Harry Styles and Louis Tomlinson were secretly in a relationship that management forced them to hide. Supporters point to supposed coded messages in interviews, lyrics and even tattoos. Things got even stranger with Babygate, the idea that Louis' child was faked to cover up the relationship. Whether people see it as a romantic tragedy or an elaborate fan fantasy, the Larry Stylinson theory remains one of the most enduring celebrity conspiracies. And then, one of the strangest lookalike conspiracies ever. Taylor Swift, Satanist leader's daughters. Taylor Swift has been at the center of a theory claiming she's the reincarnation or even the daughter of Zena LaVey, who is connected to the Church of Satan. The idea took off because of the uncanny resemblance between Swift and LaVey, with side-by-side photos going viral online. From there, people spun ideas about cult influence, hidden symbolism, and secret connections between fame and darker forces. Most fans laugh it off, but others argue the similarity is too close to ignore. But in the deepest part of the iceberg, the theories get far darker. The void, darkest theories. Now we've reached the bottom of the iceberg, where the theories are no longer funny or playful, they're unsettling, controversial, and often tied to real tragedy. Kurt Cobain was murdered. The official story says that Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain took his own life in 1994, but almost immediately doubts began to surface. For one, the toxicology report showed such a high level of substances in his system that many argue he wouldn't have been physically capable of handling a firearm. Then there's the infamous note, where part of the handwriting looks drastically different from Kurt's usual style, leading some to believe it was forged or altered. Investigator Tom Grant, who was originally hired by Courtney Love to find Cobain after he went missing, has been one of the loudest voices suggesting foul play. He believes Kurt's death was staged to look like a self-inflicted act, but was really something darker. And if you think that's chilling, wait until you hear this. Elvis Presley is alive. Elvis Presley's death in 1977 shocked the world, but for decades, many have refused to believe he's really gone. Theories claim he faked his death to escape fame, and countless alleged sightings have been reported ever since. One of the strangest twists involves a man who went by the name Jesse, claiming to be Elvis living under a new identity. DNA tests supposedly tied Jesse to Elvis's bloodline, and a woman named Eliza Presley even came forward claiming she was his half-sister, based on DNA evidence. Although the lawsuit tied to her claim was eventually thrown out, the speculation never disappeared. To this day, some fans insist Elvis is out there somewhere, living a quiet life away from the spotlight. And with that, we've reached the deepest part of the iceberg, where speculation and mystery blur so much that the line between truth and conspiracy becomes impossible to see. Beneath the surface, from the playful theories at the tip of the iceberg, like Katy Perry secretly being JonBenet Ramsey or Avril Lavigne being replaced, to the cult favorites involving hidden relationships and family secrets, all the way down to the darkest claims surrounding Kurt Cobain and Elvis Presley, the celebrity conspiracy iceberg takes us on a wild journey. Each layer shows how curiosity, mystery, and unanswered questions can fuel stories that refuse to fade, whether you believe any of this or not. One thing is certain, the stranger the story, the harder it is to let go. So, what do you think is really hiding beneath the surface?